Hey everybody, welcome to the TruAura March Madness group. I'm going to explain a little bit about what we're going to do. I'm excited that you guys are watching this video to learn more about it. This is a pop-up group that we're going to do on Facebook. We will have a group where you will add your clients, and we're going to talk a little bit more about who to add and what to say. Dawn's going to talk about that in a minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to have two pages. We're going to have a consultant only page, and it's going to say consultant only TruAura March Madness. And of course, that's for consultants only. And that's where we're going to ask questions. We're going to make announcements. If there's anything that we have, that we need to explain, we're going to do it there. So if you have a question, only ask it in the consultant group. We'll also have drawings and door prizes over in the client group, and the client group is going to be a separate group. So consultants will be in the consultant only TruAura March Madness, and the consultants will also be in the TruAura March Madness. You're going to add your clients to the page that says TruAura March Madness. And again, we're going to talk about who to add and what to say in just a minute. But we are going to give away door prizes. We're going to do tips. We're not going to have any more than 4 posts a day. It's going to run from March 15th to March 27th. We won't post on Sunday. So that actually ends up being 10 days that we're going to post information about either TruAura, probiotics, the TLC program, the hostess program, explain how to use the products. And at the end of it, every client that places an order will go into a drawing for $50 cash. Now, if they are already a current TLC member, their scheduled TLC order does not count in the drawing. But if they do an additional order, that will count in the drawing. So consultants are not in the drawings, only your clients. So we're going to have one post on the consultant only page, and anytime your client that's in the group places an order, you're responsible to go in and list their name under that one post. And so it's just going to be one post. That way we don't have to search for it. And if their name's not on there, we won't know to put them in the drawing. So make sure that you guys do that. The purpose of this is to kind of band together, and instead of it just being us talking to our clients all the time, they're going to get to hear from different people and different speakers. It's also beneficial to you as a consultant because you're going to hear different people talk about things. So for example, Tammy had some really good verbiage on the TLC program, and I've adopted a lot of that into my party. I love the way she presented that. It made perfect sense. It got people thinking about it. And so she's going to be promoting that to the clients, and they're going to hear the benefits, but you as a consultant are going to get to hear her verbiage, which was really good. We will also have, like I said, there's going to be 10 days of posting, so each one of us will only post 2 days. We will have no more than 4 posts a day, and the lives will be 20 minutes or less. All right, so we'll do the drawing the day after, which will be Wednesday, the 28th of March. And I'm going to go ahead tonight and create the groups. So if you are interested, and tonight, this is Friday, March the 8th. You guys may not watch this till later. So we have a whole week until this gets started. So you as a consultant, go ahead and get on that consultant group, and I'll have that up later tonight. And you can, I'm going to also go ahead and create the client group. You can add people if you'd like. We're not going to do a whole lot of posting. We may do a few that says, welcome to the group. We're going to start in 5 days or whatever, but it's not really going to start rolling until next Friday. All right, Dawn, if you would, let us know who to invite and how all that works.
Awesome. So good evening, everyone, and thanks y'all for joining. I want to tell you, you got to be real intentional about who you invite, right? Because we've got hundreds of friends on Facebook. We're not going to invite hundreds, right? Because we want to make this very special and very personable for the ones you're inviting. So think about, who have you not shared TruAura with yet? Or who have you shared it with and they're just like, I really don't know? Limit it down to 15 people max. That way, because you can keep in contact with 15 people, right? That's a whole lot easier to manage than trying to manage 100 friends or 1,000 friends that you're going to invite. So you want to invite no more than 15. Now, here's the key. Once you invite them to a group, they have to then accept that invitation to be active in that group. So when you invite them, you want to follow up. Did you accept my invitation? I'm so excited about this March Madness. It's going to be fun. You got to accept it so you don't miss out on any of the fun we're going to have, because they don't want to miss out on the drawings that we're going to have. You can tell them about the $50 cash. So you want to make sure you really pump it up and build it up. Then once you see that they've accepted that invitation, you want to tag them in a post and welcome them to the group, right? Say, hey, Susie, thanks so much for joining. This is going to be so much fun. Anytime then you may see a post from Michael Ann or from Tammy or from Johnny or from Betty or myself that you know that they would really be interested in. That's like, oh, wait a minute. So-and-so was talking about, I wonder what's going to be good for age spots, right? Okay, so if you hear something about that and that triggers you, then you're going to want to tag your guest on that post, right? Because then that's going to grab their attention. Or maybe somebody's been on the fence about TLC. And I promise you, when they hear what Tammy's got to say about TLCs, they're going to be like, I need to do that. It just makes sense. So that's how you keep people involved, keep them engaged. The more they're engaged, the more our post from our group will stay up at the top of their newsfeed too.
All right. And two other things that I kind of forgot about. I forgot to introduce who our presenters are, and it's a little bit different, which is exciting because we have these groups. This is going on all over TruAura. There's lots of these groups going on, and we're switching up who the presenters are, and that way you'll hear from different people. But we're gonna have 5 this time. It's gonna be myself. I'm Michael Ann Dillinger, Betty Stewart, Jonya Davis, Tammy Ledford, and Dawn Phipps. So Dawn's going to be our new presenter this time. So even if you were on last time, you're going to be hearing, sometimes I have to hear things several times. So even if some of us say the same thing, that's good because you're going to have new clients. You're not going to invite the same clients as last time. We're going to have new clients. So they'll be hearing it for the first time. And then as consultants, it's good to hear it, twice, but you will hear, like Dawn's going to be a whole new speaker. So she'll be, adding some things. And one other thing of housekeeping is if a client asks a question on the client page, let's let their consultant answer them because their consultant may want to answer it a little different than the way we do. But I know we're always, helpful and wanting to answer each other. But now on the consultant page, that's where we're going to ask each other questions and ask for clarification or, I'll make announcements and stuff like that too. Now Tammy is going to tell us about the results because we just did the 28-day TruAura challenge and a lot of you guys were on that and I loved it. I thought it was great. But one thing we did decide was it was probably a little too long and that's why we're only doing this one. There's actually only 10 days of posting. We don't want to wear people out. But Tammy, tell us your results about the last group.
We were very excited with the results we got. I had 2 of my consultants participate in the 28-day group last month. I think I had 12 guests that were participating off and on, and my 2 consultants each had guests that were participating. And overall, we ended up with, I think, over $1,200 in sales from it, just from our guests that were involved in that group. A couple of TLCs, 3 TLCs, I think, and I got a new recruit from it as well. So if you're somebody that's team building, I would really target those people, especially because they're going to learn how sharing TruAura is and how easy it is for them to become a part of something like this and invite their guests, and we sell for you. So I think when you're making your list, like Dawn said, you've got to be very intentional and target who you want to introduce TruAura to, and even who do you want to train to learn more about TruAura so that they can go out and share TruAura. So you're going to see results, but you've got to work it. You've got to be intentional on who you invite. You've got to stay on top of it. I set up a little chat group too with just my guests so that I could remind them, hey, there's a sale coming, or hey, we're going to do this topic on such and such a day. That way they were hearing from me as a little group too in a chat group. So just a suggestion there, but it is successful if you work it, just like anything else.
That's a great idea about doing the chat group. And another way that you can present this group is, like, for example, yesterday I went to a luncheon, eWomen Memphis, and I connected with 3 ladies in particular at that luncheon, and they were asking a little bit about the business. And I said, you know, one great way for you to get information is to join a Facebook pop-up group that I'm going to be doing next week. Would you like me to send you an invitation? And they said yes. Well, one of them, we have mutual friends, and I went ahead and friend requested her because we're in B&I, just in separate chapters. But the other two, I didn't really feel like I could friend request them on Facebook. And sometimes you can't figure out who they are on Facebook if they have a picture of their dog or whatever. So one way you can do it is, once I create this group, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy that link, and I'm going to put it in a text. And I'm going to say, you know, again, it was good to meet you the other day. Here's the group I was telling you about. If you'd like to go on here and request to be added, I'll make sure that you get approved. So again, that was brought up. But the way that's going to work is, you know, we can, if your customer tells you, yes, I want to be in the group, then you can add them, but we'll have to approve them and they'll have to accept. Or you can send them an invitation and they can accept the invitation, and then we'll approve them. But we'll be in contact. So each leader is going to approve the ones for her team. That way we can kind of keep up with who's who. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, does anybody have anything before I stop the recording? Okay, so thank you guys for listening. I'm going to stop the recording, and then if anybody has any questions, we can go on to that.